How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Daz Gaz Show. I was so close to saying podcast.
I know. You done an Instagram story last night and you were like, the podcast, the
Oh,
Daz
did
and
I?
Gaz Show podcast. And I'm like, it's either a show or it's a
Oh
podcast.
no,
What is
it's
it?
a show. It's a show. It's definitely a show. Although it's the same theme as a podcast. I guess
Aye.
just two guys chatting shit. But
Aye.
I think a show makes it sound a bit more of a show. Um,
What
a
episode is this?
podcast.
Episode 13.
Episode 13.
Episode 13.
I cannot believe we have only been doing this. Well, it's not 13 weeks, it's over a longer period, but I can't believe this is only the 13th episode.
Technically, this is the 16th episode
Okay.
because we've binned a few
Yeah.
that we recorded. I spoke about this last week, but we binned a few that I think it was.
Just irrelevant the times because we didn't.
Aye, I think so. What was it? We recorded them at like 8 o'clock at night.
Uh-huh.
I think no, was it that one? I
That
can't
would
remember what
have
it was.
been- No, it was.
But it was we thought that we could power through and record like
3 or 4.
three. I think we aimed for 4
Uh-huh.
and we done 3. And by the end of the third one, we were like that was garbage.
Yeah.
So we just whacked it in the bin.
Binned them. I don't know what. I guess I suppose like when it's earlier during the day, you're more fresh, you're more alert.
Aye.
And it was at night time, especially because that was before I started taking magnesium glycinate. So I was definitely jaded at 8 o'clock.
No.
But now, aye, properly alert. But I just think it's better to do things in the morning in general. Because especially like that's why all these big, what do you call them, entrepreneur people, they tell you should go to bed early and get up early. And the
aye.
reason you should get up early is because that's when your brain's firing
Aye.
and you can get all your work done. And it definitely, like I get most, if I'm needing to do a bit of writing or anything specific, I'll get up and do it early. I never plan to go, right, I'll do that at 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Aye.
I'm always like, I'll get up early and I'll batter through
Get it done. I for a brief, maybe like I say brief, like 4 or 5 months. Oh, something that was still. I didn't even know there was an up still.
There's no stairs going upstairs.
There's no stairs going up. By the way, we're still in Nottingham.
Yeah.
It's the same place we were in last week, but we're just on the couch this time
We've
because
just changed the angle. We're spicing it up a bit.
spicing it. But so for like 5 or 6 months, a few years ago, I was getting up at 5 in the morning to do like all the see all the Daz stuff that I did, see all the videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. And then I'd go into work, and
Aye.
then I think I'd go. I was tired at like 6-7 o'clock.
Aye, no wonder.
Nah, it wasn't fun.
No. Well, I bet it was though.
It wasn't. It felt. Do you know? See, being awake at like 5 in the morning, it's the best time to be awake. See, if you want to get work done,
Yeah.
because there's no distractions.
And you feel like you're beating the world.
Aye,
You feel
it,
like
feel,
you're
it feels
cheating.
like you're cheating the system.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you get up, you're like, look at all these suckers still sleeping.
Still in the bed, and I'm up here working.
Right?
I need to start going to bed earlier. I know we're not going to manage that tonight because we won't get home till like 2 a.m. But I need to start going to bed early. I've got a habit of when I finish a show, I'll come back to wherever I'm staying, and I don't go to sleep till like 1 because I'm too busy on social media answering some questions.
No.
And I think, because I generally find, I don't know if it's an age thing, but if I go to sleep 10:30, 11, I feel fresher
No.
the next day. Because I guess your body's just in sync with the sun, whatever. But yeah, there's definitely something in that.
I don't think I've actually got a body clock anymore.
No.
I think it's just out the window because some nights I can be tired at like 9 and I could easily fall asleep. But then even last night when we came in, we went at like 11:30 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we actually went to sleep until like 1.
I was exhausted.
Oh, right. So see, right. So see, usually when we're staying in like the same room, you'll snore a bit. You started to snore
Did I?
because you were here and you must have been lying on your side or on your back. I don't know. I
I
can't
think on
remember.
my back I fell asleep.
So, but like in my head, I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna get to sleep. But it was like it was starting. It was like the wave was coming. And I was like, oh, I need to fall asleep before this. I think I fell asleep within like 2 minutes or
Did
something.
you?
Aye.
I forgot to ask you this morning as well, did I snow last night? I can always tell. I think at certain points I've turned on my side and that's when I don't snore. But if I'm sleeping on my, because I woke up on my back, so I must have been snoring just before I woke up. Because I can feel it's like, even when I breathe, it's as if there's like a kind of a blockage there. It's a weird, and I'm like, no, I was definitely snoring. But yes, always on my back. I don't know if I snore on my belly. I don't think I do.
Can you sleep in your belly?
Oh, I normally I slept on my belly all the time up until probably within the last year, and it's been a gradual, deliberately phasing it out because of my back. It's really bad for your back if you sleep on your belly.
Aye, because you're like arching it up, aren't you?
Because you can lie one leg straight and one leg's up and your body's all like, so you should fall asleep. Yeah, basically, I don't know which side it is, but there's one side that's apparently preferable than the other, but you're meant to sleep on your side.
Right.
You're not even meant to sleep on your back because that's not good for your back either.
I can't sleep my back.
No, it's too boring. You're lying there like, it's as if you're in a coffin, you're like, no, it's... And as you feel, it's a weird position. Aye, no side.
Do you know what it is? I've trained myself to only fall asleep when I'm lying on my side now. I can't, like, so... I
You
could
curl your legs up?
Aye. Aye.
Left or right side do you sleep on?
My right.
You're right, aye.
Right.
Always, every time?
Even to the point where I can't fall asleep on my left side because I know in my head I need to sleep on my right side to fall asleep.
Right, so which side of the bed are you and Emma on?
I'm on the right, she's on the left.
You're on the right, so you're facing away from Emma?
I'm facing away, but then
Right.
she falls asleep on her left, so she faces away as well.
I think most people do that, but I think it's there's got to be something in it, because you feel as if you're facing away. If you're like lying there and you're kind of facing each other, that person's like, and I guess it's kind of like, no claustrophobic, but whereas if you turn and face the other way, psychologically you've got all that space,
Aye.
there's nothing there. There's
Aye.
definitely, because I think most people, that's the way they sleep.
Aye, see in films when you see people like going to bed and then you see them fall asleep and they're like all wrapped up and all that.
Yeah,
that's no.
For a couple of weeks when you first
Couple of
start,
weeks, couple of minutes. Jesus Christ.
No, I mean, when you start the relationship, you do that because you think, oh, I love you, and this is amazing. But then you're quite
Jesus,
like,
no.
listen, I still love
Aye.
you. I'm just going to fucking.
I'm just gonna. That's why though.
I've had enough. I need my own space.
I remember reading one of the stupid BuzzFeed quizzes thing, like, oh, that how you sleep in bed is. This is what you're like, and it was like, oh, if you sleep like back to back, like how we'd sleep, it's meant to be like there's a rift in your relationship, and I'm like, shut up! No, there's no, there's just good sleep. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly. But we're just back from a kitty cafe, guys.
Oh my god!
Oh,
So I think it's called the Purple Cat Cafe in Glasgow. I think that's
yeah,
it's a
that rings a
purple
bell.
kind
It's
of,
definitely purple.
aye, and I've been wanting to go for honestly years since it opened, and Emma hates cats, which is honestly disappointing. It's going to be a game changer. I'm going to give an ultimatum.
Yeah.
It's me or the cats.
Still, you look after it.
Aye, I
And
wouldn't
if you
mind.
do get something like a rag doll, then you know it's going to be loving.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you get a normal Tom, not that there's anything wrong. Mostly, I just love all cats, but if you want to make sure you're getting an affectionate cat, there is certain breeds that you can buy that are affectionate, let you pick them up.
See, let's be thinking about that. It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know.
Like, why do they like people more?
Obviously, something genetic within them.
Aye.
But I think it's the same with the big Maine Coons as well. I don't know. Aye, there's obviously a reason for it, but I don't know. Maybe it's because they're bigger and they feel more secure.
No.
And the
They
animal
don't feel
kingdom.
as threatened.
Yeah. But no, I think it's a great idea that they've got these cafes, and you could do it. You could actually do it with any animal. Imagine there was like a chicken cafe.
I mean, you could just do a farm cafe, could you know?
Aye, there you go.
Just
a
a
farm in the middle
like
of town.
just a goat in the corner. Like.
Aye. No, I think you'd have to stop at a certain size. No, if goats I think would be the biggest. You couldn't bring a cow like a cow cafe.
I mean, it'd need to be a big premises.
It would have to be chained, and that's no fair.
No,
And
I think
cows
cows are. No, cows kill people.
Do they?
I'm pretty sure there's like a really weird statistic that more people die for like cows than something that's like quite an obvious thing that can kill people. I can't remember what it is. It's going to annoy me though.
But I know you could have like all sorts of different animals, and that'd be a quite cool idea actually.
Surely somebody's done it. Somebody must have done a farm.
No, do you know I think about it? No, because they would have to. It would be absolutely stinking.
Oh God!
And it would be bogging because I don't think you can train a chicken on where to shit. Like they don't have like chicken
They
trays.
just do it.
They'll just walk about and shit everywhere.
No.
So it would have to be.
What about if it is on an actual farm though? Like you go to a farm and that's like one of the kind of experiences that you can do.
But then you've got the travelling. The good thing about The ones, because it's in town, it's like you can go literally, we went for a Weatherspoons breakfast,
Right.
went and got our breakfast, and then you can pop into like a cat cafe, whereas you could never, do you know what I mean? It's like, you're
Aye,
not
you
going to
couldn't
have a
jump into a
farm in the
farm.
middle of town.
No. There was hundreds of wains kicking about.
There was a lot of wins.
Which I
That's
don't know.
children for anyone
Aye,
outside Scotland.
I wasn't expecting that. I was just expecting hundreds of sad adults like us.
Aye. I thought, because kids can be quite grabby.
Nah,
Like
they
Gracie's 6 and she's on the cusp just now
Aye.
of like she's being affectionate, but I think a year younger and she'd have been like trying to lift them, like grab them and do all that kind of stuff. So, I guess, it's fine. It's fine. It's not my cat, so I don't care. But I know it was nice, man. That was a nice experience, just going in there and having a cup of tea and playing with the cats. There was a big, did I say the Maine Coon? Have I said that yet?
Is that the one that was sleeping?
Oh, the one that was sleeping.
So they give you a big list of rules when you're going in, and it's like you can't do this, you can't pick them up, you can't. There was one, don't kick the cat. No, don't push the cats.
Don't push the cats. As if
who's getting in and pushing
that's
the cats?
been in there because somebody has come in and pushed the cat.
I said to the woman,
and
I was
they
like,
went, no, we need to make that a rule.
do people push cats? And she like kind of. It wasn't even like a jokingly aye. It was like a aye. Like
that's odd, isn't it?
Why would you go to
That
a cat
must have
cafe
been
and
the
push a
kids.
cat?
That's the
must
kids.
Must have been.
But yeah, as if it's on your chair or something, just like move it out of the way. But no, they were beautiful, man. And it was nice to see like a big selection of all different cats.
There was wee kittens.
There was wee kittens that, no, I think the kittens, I don't know if that was an
actual kitten, or just like a small cat.
a small person kitten. I had to be really careful what I was saying because obviously I didn't want to offend anybody. But I'd like the.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But it's no, I think it was a kitten.
Do you think so?
It looks
It looked like an adult kitten. Do you know what I mean? It looked like to me it had all the features of an adult cat, but it was literally like, if you can't see, I guess 6 inches,
maybe
7
like
inches.
2.5 cans of cola stacked. I would say is about the size.
But it was beautiful.
Aye, it was a cool wee cat.
Yeah.
I think there's dog ones as well, but it's like Chihuahua. It's like small dogs.
Is it?
It's like I think I'm sure there's a Chihuahua one in Edinburgh that I've seen pictures of.
I'm not a big fan of Chihuahuas. I think they're dead bitey looking.
I think that's a stereotype.
Because do you think so?
I think it is because I've seen hundreds. I think in the dog world, a Chihuahua is honestly like the ragdolls of dogs. Honestly, I think
Is Chihuahuas the wee one with the fucking shriveled up faces and the brown
hair?
hair?
That's the brown hair.
It's like brown hair comes out to about here.
I think that's a lie.
And it's like, it's as if kind of the hair length is the exact same length all over its body. Is that a Chihuahua?
That's a pug?
No, it's not a pug. A pug hasn't really got long hair.
A pug's got
there's the ones, the wee brown ones, they've got like squashed in faces.
No. A Chihuahua's like...
Show me a Chihuahua. Is that the wee skinny... they look like ill cats. Is that the Chihuahuas?
That's
the wee ones that women carry about. That's...
Aye.
It looks... yeah.
Nah, they look cool.
Are they not dead aggressive? Because that's the ones that they breed.
The thing. No, but that's the thing that people think they're pure aggressive, but they're no.
No.
They're pure docile.
Because a lot of them, like, you see them, like, they're struggling to breathe. They've always got one eye bulging out their fucking head.
I think that's pugs. It's like that.
No.
The pugs. See, I used to think, like, growing up, I'd love a pug. Like, I'd love to have a pug. I don't think I agree with them now.
No.
I know
what you're talking about, actually.
They're squat. Like, they can't breathe.
They can't breathe properly.
Like, literally.
And that's
like,
the way they're bred.
Aye, you hear them walking upstairs and they're going...
No wonder they're angry. They're fucking hell, I'm dying. Every 2 seconds, I'm struggling to get a breath. Just put me down, man.
There was a wee cat like that. It had a pure squash face. Oh my god! And
because it goes like this.
Kept on popping his head up like a pigeon. It looked like a pigeon walking.
And you said it was catching his breath.
He's trying to catch wee pockets of oxygen. I think I want to get a cat, but Emma's just...
You're definitely veering that way, aren't you?
She's no
having I think you should tell her the wedding's off unless you can get a cat.
It's going to be a game changer. It will be. Aye. Oh my god! Imagine a cat brought the rings down the aisle.
That'd be cute.
That would be cool.
That'd be cute. It won't happen.
No, it never will. I think the male she's run about your cats, she might be like, right, actually they're alright, and we'll get one.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be pure cool, just a cat cutting about.
Oh, aye. And that's the thing again, like they're so independent, and I know there's a big divide. People like, yeah, they like cats or dogs. I like both of them. I like both of them. I just prefer cats, and it's purely because number one, I was brought up by cats, and no, like my mum growing up, we always had like 5, so I'm that used to them. Something's happening, aye. But I'm that used to being around cats. But they're so right, and you don't need to take them for a walk. Right. They're not at you constantly. Like dogs are stupid. Let's be honest. Dogs are not smart creatures.
No.
And they're loving. And the people always go, they protect you. Fair enough. My cat might not protect me from a burglar, right? Whereas a dog might. But just cats, see the purring noise when they sit on you and they start making that purring. That vibration does something to your mental state. It calms you.
It's when they rub their face.
And relaxes you.
Like on your phone and all that.
And it's just a mini tiger.
No.
And I say this to everybody, like, how can you not like a mini tiger? Like, that is, if you could have a tiger as a pet knowing that it wouldn't kill you, and you would do it, because it's fucking gorgeous. So a cat is a mini tiger.
I think, see all these people that are like, oh no, I don't like cats because they show you no affection. I think they were hurt as a child.
Yeah.
They must have been. And the only way they get affection is for their bloody dogs. That's it. I'm calling these all out. I'm doing it. I don't even care. Honestly, I love cats.
Either that or they're just evil souls and the cats can sense that, so they've never
so they've never went near them.
A nice cat. Yeah.
We had a cat. We had 2 cats, and I'm about to tell you a heartbreaking story.
Oh no.
It was when the first one, when it died. It's called Bob.
Okay.
The cat was called Bob. Bobcat. And it was so I was still in school, and we stayed in this. It was this kind of weird place in Beef, and it had like a.
Has your dad got cats again now?
He's got one now.
Okay.
Aye. And so like the cat, it was an outdoor cat, which knew I would never have an outdoor cat.
Yeah.
Because you're like, what happened to this one? So he was like cutting it. He must have been cutting about outside, and he just like vanished for like a day, which was pure weird because he's always come back in. And it was before school, and it was like kind of icy, like snowy, like it is what the weather's like just now. But they kind of like flurries of snow, so it's like it's icy on the ground, snow on the ground, so it's really cold outside. And he was kicking about, and I was like, "Where's Bob? Where is he?" And then I went out, and he always sat on top of the shed. And
What age was he?
I was quite an old, no, an old cat, kind of young, old-ish. And I went up on top of the shed, and I looked, and I just found him lying there. And I was like, "Bob?" No answer.
No.
And
Did they freeze to death?
So I went up and I tapped, stone cold, as if he'd like been there for like days.
Oh.
It was so weird. But until that, and then just that. Oh, I just hate like school waiting. See that age, because then I didn't go into school that day, obviously, because I was like, well, my cat's dead, and then somebody found it, and then that was the whole story for like a week. Oh, he didn't come into school because his cat died. Which is like, it's like a normal fit. Like, see if your pet died
it's a
now.
family member, man.
Oh, aye. But then now, never again would I have an outdoor cat.
No.
Because that's the thing, cats are just so content with their own space.
Oh, aye.
See an indoor cat, like see people, oh, but you need to let a cat out, you need to let it breathe. Shut up, no you don't. You don't. You really don't. Cats are so content with their own wee corner, they decide what goes there and what doesn't go there.
And they sleep like 17, 18 hours a day.
Oh god, they're living rent free.
As long as you fucking feed them, change the litter tray every 2 days or whatever, and then they're happy, man.
No.
They're happy. I just love, that's one of the big and deciding factors is you don't need to take them for walks. You know, I wouldn't mind having a dog and taking it for a walk whenever I felt like it. No. But the fact that you've got to take them a walk.
You pander to the dog.
You pander to the dog. If you don't, they're going to shit in your house. And dogs are different. They need to run. They need to be outside. No. They need big long walks. And that would be fit. That would grate on me really quickly.
No.
Especially, I'm not saying that I've got a busy lifestyle than anybody else, but I think I'm quite busy. So
For like 6 months of the year, you're constantly away.
Yeah.
Whereas a cat is fine with
so
that.
independent.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
I'm getting the idea how long we've just spent talking about
No,
cats.
neither have I. But aye, cats are cool, man. Cats are cool. So, what else can we talk about? What else has been happening lately? I mean, I could start talking about magnesium glycinate.
Do you know, you've not spoken about it yet.
Right, okay.
You might as well. Tell us all about it.
Magnesium glycinate. Now, for the last 4 or 5 years, I've suffered from chronic fatigue. That's not been a doctor's diagnosis, that's just my self-diagnosis.
No.
Because I'll probably get people going, "You've not got chronic fatigue." You're like, how do you know that? How dare you say that? I've got it. I was napping, you know this.
Oh, look, whenever we went away anywhere, it would like I don't I see the amount of pictures I put on my Facebook of me in bed and you in the other bed, just having a nap because you needed it.
And I don't know when it started, but I know it was a gradual thing, and it kind of snuck in, and it got to the stage where an average day for me, even at home, right, would be I'd get up at 8, 9, I'd go to the gym. The minute I am finishing the gym, I feel exhausted because I've just used all my energy. Well, this was my explanation to myself anyway, like I need a nap. And I never thought to myself that wasn't normal, that wasn't what everybody else did.
No.
For me, that was just my normality. So I'd come home, I'd go for a nap, anything in between 20 minutes and an hour. I'd get up, go for another shower, I'd do some more work, and see when it gets to like 5, 6, I start to gently fade again. By the time it comes to like 7 or 8, I can't communicate with anybody unless I'm doing a show. No. And that way I know to keep myself reserved. There's things I can do, like I wouldn't normally go to the gym on a gig day, and I would keep myself away from people because that drains my energy.
Right, having to mentally be old.
So I kind of know how to kind of, but so I get to like 8 or 9. There's that classic analogy where like every day I've got 5 cookies, and every time I communicate with somebody or interact or do something, I take a cookie. Once I'm done those 5 cookies, I'm done. No. I generally I couldn't eat. I was always exhausted, always tired. But then that became my normality. I never thought anything different, and well, I did think different, but I kind of accepted it as my normality. I went to the doctors. Over the last 4 years, I've had God knows how many different blood tests done. I've been recommended to change my diet. I was told it's just because of my lifestyle, because I'm always travelling and doing stuff. That's why I'm always tired. I was told it's got something to do with my age.
Which is just just empty answers, basically.
Empty answers,
it could be this, it could be this.
And never once, and it was only by me going down and asking and getting these things done. See, once they got the results back, never once did the doctors go, right, we need to get you back in. We need to find out what the problem is. It would just get ignored.
It'd just be, it might be this, see you later.
Aye. And then I was in America. I think I was in Minnesota, and I'd seen a couple of videos. In fact, I'd seen some videos before I went to America about magnesium. So I bought magnesium, but I think you call it the compound one. So it's got like basically a mixture of them all. I then tried the magnesium citrate. That basically is a laxative. That just makes you shit yourself. And I mean, like within like half an hour of taking it, you are on the toilet, and it's and then I was like, right, okay, that's not working. And then another couple, and it must have been because I'd watched a couple of magnesium videos in the first place. Anyway, so in America, I started getting a couple of different videos about magnesium glycinate, and they were saying that this can improve your energy levels. It can also help you get to sleep at night, which it confused me because I'm like, if it gives you energy and how can it help you sleep? No. Anyway, so when I was over there, I went into a Whole Foods, which was where I was eating every day, and I think the brand's called 365. I bought a magnesium, and you know, it's weird because I bought the small one, right? I went to pick up the small one, and I'd normally do that. Everything that I'm trying, I'll buy the small one. I don't want to buy the big one in case it doesn't work, regardless of what it was I was buying. So I was like, I'll buy a small one, but within, I don't know, I hadn't even like walked away from the shelf, and I was like, I'm going to get the big one. So I bought the big one. It's like $20 for the big one, which can last you 6 months, I think, no, 3 months. Bought that. See, the next morning, I don't know if I took like 2 before I went to sleep, and you're meant to take like 3 a day, or 4 if you're a guy, so 3 or 4. that when I woke up the next morning, I was fleeing. Like, I was genuinely buzzing out my tits, and I was like, what the fuck? This is mental. And I was like, obviously I knew it was the magnesium, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't have taken like 2 before I went to sleep.
Right.
And I was like, I'm actually genuinely buzzing, but the energy I had was insane. And then, so I took another one like 4 or 5 hours later, then maybe another one before bed. But over the next week, I was buzzing out my tits. I genuinely felt like I'd had endless amounts of energy, and there was like a little buzz there. But I guess that was just my body getting used to something that it's not had.
No.
After the week, I'm pretty disappointed because I quite enjoyed the buzz, I'm not going to lie. But after the week, the buzz went, but the benefit stayed. So after the week, I mean, I can literally, every morning now, apart from this morning, because I'm obviously here with you, but every other morning, even on this tour, yesterday, the day before that, I've been waking up at 7 or 8, I've been going to the gym, doing an hour and a half, 2 hours workout. After it, feel fine. Travelling on fucking 2 and 3 trains across the country. Don't need any naps. Might still, I'm not saying I don't ever feel tired, but the difference is I don't feel so drained
That you need to
that I don't have any other
lie
option
down.
apart from go for a nap, but I can't communicate. I'm like, I'm still fine. My diet, I don't feel as bloated. This is another benefit of it. Like normally if I had a bit of chocolate, like I love those, see the pastries, you get chocolate inside it, Pinot Colada, is it?
Pano chocolate.
Pano chocolate.
Pino colada.
Pano chocolate. I love a pano chocolate. Now, if I had 1, 2 of them before, I'd feel bloated. If I had any sort of kind of bigger meal, like if I had a McDonald's, I feel bloated. See, since I've started taking the magnesium glycinate, I don't ever feel bloated, regardless. If I eat a lot, I'm like, alright, I'm full. No. But I don't feel like I've expanded, whereas I did before. So that's another amazing fucking side effect. I'm not going to attribute it to this yet. I'm not 100% convinced as yet, but my psoriasis is better.
Right.
My psoriasis is definitely better. I'm not having to put on as much cream as I did before, and there was bits of my psoriasis that is quite sore. It's not sore anymore. So that's a benefit. The brain fog, gone. Completely gone. But I guess that's coincided with, like, it's difficult to kind of differentiate that between the tiredness and the brain fog. Anyway, that's gone, and I sleep so much better now. I feel like I'm having, and I still wake up at 3 and 4 in the morning. I spoke to my physiotherapist about this. I was like, I still wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning to go pee, and she's like, that's healthy. So your body is you're meant to pee quite a lot. And I was like, but through the night, I never done that when I was younger. She said, it doesn't matter. So the fact that you're getting up to pee is a good sign because you should be peeing a lot. Obviously, she's trying to sell me the benefits of drinking loads of water, which I'm trying to do as well. But what normally happens, I'll go to sleep at 11 or 12, I wake up at 3 or 4, so I've had a good 3 or 4 chunks solid sleep.
Aye, that kind of
that's the window that you apparently need, the 3 or 4 hours, so that you go in, and I know I've been in a deep sleep, and then when I come back from my pee, I get to sleep again, like within a couple of minutes. Whereas before, I'd maybe lie awake for ages and my brain would be racing. Aye. So it's relaxing my thoughts. At night when I'm going to sleep, I get to sleep so much quicker. Again, I wake up to go pee, but I always get back to sleep because I don't know what it does, but it's just like, it's as if it clears the clutter. And I guess that gets the brain fog thing again, but no, I can't praise it enough. I just really hope that once this amount's done, that whatever, because you can't get the 365 brand over here.
Oh, right.
I've checked, it's not on Amazon.
Can you buy it for America?
I probably will need to do that. I want to try different ones, because that might be a shit one. Like, even though it's just magnesium glycinate, there might be better ones. So I'm going to try different ones. There's another one that you can take as well, which I've not tried yet, which apparently is really good, especially for the sleep, is magnesium threonate. But I just think it's fascinating how I've been to the doctors 4 years.
They couldn't work it out.
They couldn't work it out. Never once did anybody mention anything about magnesium. And all of a sudden, I see a TikTok and I go and buy it, and that works. That blows my mind. That's fucking phenomenal, and it just shows you. I've heard a couple of people not arguing, but a couple of people debating. And I don't know if it's true or not. You don't know. You like to think the doctors are there to help us, but apparently some people are saying no, the doctors don't want to cure you. They don't want. They just, it's their job to kind of like keep putting you on these antibiotics, all these different things from pharmaceutical companies, which their bosses are all like get shares in and all this crap, right? I don't know if that's just no propaganda. What's the other word? What's the other one? Conspiracy theories. I don't know, but it makes sense now. It's making it because I'm like, well, why didn't they? Now I don't even know if I've got a magnesium deficiency because I don't think they ever done a blood test for that. But I must have. Because if that's the one thing now that is levelling me out and making me fucking feel normal again, it must be that. But yeah, if you have any issues with chronic fatigue, any sort of tiredness, I would suggest that you get magnesium glycinate. Make sure it is just magnesium glycinate though, and I guess go into line and see if there's some sort of measurement that you need to take. I've never checked that one yet to see what, because I guess there's all different measurements, but because you can get the compounds. The compound is when it's all mixed, isn't it? All the different ones. So I've tried lots of different compounds and that never worked. It's only once I took the individual, just the glycinate, and I know you're meant to take, women are meant to take 340 milligrams a day, men 400 or more. And if you do take more, it's fine, because your body, I don't know what it does, it just discards it. It's not like, if you take like 5 or 6, it doesn't do you any harm. Your body will still just store the amount it's meant to keep and just discard the rest. But I know it's a long explanation, but try it, man. If you've got any issues with fatigue or brain fog or sleeping, I'm quite excited now to discover other things that I'm like, TikTok, show me more stuff that people, because there's another couple of things I've tried that I don't really think have had an impact. Ashwagandha is one thing, and Tomcat Ali is another. These are 2 videos that I've been seeing all the time, and apparently they're meant to, like, one of them is meant to boost your testosterone, and the other one is meant to, what was the other one? Ashwagandha, I think it was just ashwagandha, I can't remember what it was for, but anyway, fuck it, I bought them. I was like, alright, okay, it's only like £13, I'll buy it, but I think I took them for like a week or 2 and I didn't notice anything different. But yeah, I'm definitely a believer in supplements now. And that's just a natural thing that your body produces, the magnesium. But clearly mine didn't produce enough. Yeah. It's weird though, Ainsley, sorry before I finish, Ainsley, she's quite bad for tiredness as well. And I told her to take the magnesium, but she took I think it's a probiotic it's called, I think. So I don't think she actually got the actual, just the individual glycinate, but she took it. She didn't take it during the day. She just took it before she went to bed at night, and she had a horrific nightmare.
Oh God!
So she's like, I'm not taking it again, Dad.
You're paranoid to take it now.
And my nightmares have definitely. I think I might have spoke about this in the last.
No,
not cheese. That was cheese.
It'll all get cut out.
Okay.
They never held any of that.
My nightmare. No, I don't get nightmares. Sorry. My dreams now are definitely more clear. More vivid. When I wake up, I'm like, right, okay, that was a bit intense. Not nightmares, it's just very, very clear. But I guess that's all to do with the fact that I'm having deeper, better sleeps. Although you can't see my eyes, that's disappointing. My eyes are looking more tired, but that's just age. It's just age. But yeah, magnesium.
Magnesium. What else has been happening?
Mate, do you know, I think there's been that much that has been happening.
You don't know what to pick out?
You kind of don't know what to pick out. I guess, I don't want to go back to cats again, talk about my wee peaches. She's just had her hysterectomy. What have we got coming up? No, let's talk about something in the media. Let's talk about something...
What's happening in the media?
What's happening in the world, man?
Good question.
What's happening in the world? Have you went down any rabbit holes yet in terms of... My TikTok has been showing me, not now actually, the past week or 2 it's been fine, but for a couple of weeks there I was getting constant doom and gloom. Constant videos about how the world's going to end.
Did you know there's something? I just completely forgot about that. There's a big meteor. Did you see that? It's going to
apparently
come
it might
and kill
hit
us
there
all.
from 2046.
Aye, on Valentine's Day.
Aye, it's just, mate, it's just clickbait, I think.
Oh no, it's just a real thing.
Yeah.
But the clickbait part of it is that it's going to blow us up. It never gets to that. Obviously, never gets to that point. There's been hundreds of meteors that NASA track. They track them all the time. Like if it's big enough that it could actually do some damage.
Then surely they would do the Armageddon thing where they send like Bruce Willis.
So I was telling Emma about it, and I was like, "Oh, is this big meteor?" She was like, "Oh, right. So what? So like, what happens if it like what did they do?" And I was I was basically explaining the plot
To Armageddon.
I was like, "Oh well, they would probably just go up and blow it up." And I'm like, "Can they do that?" I'm like, "Well, there's a really good film that documents it."
Yeah, Bruce Willis and his crazy mates go up and blow that shit up. I wonder if that is possible, because if a meteorite, it would depend on the speed.
I think if you just shoot a big missile at it, but then if you shoot a missile at it, it's going to blow up into hundreds of wee pieces. And then, but surely you'd rather the wee pieces coming to hit than a big massive one that could wipe us all out.
Yeah, and if you shot it head on, I doubt there would be any bits that would go straight forward again and hit the earth. It would scatter out the ways.
Depends how close it is. Yeah. I mean, because how close does it need to be?
And how fast is it going? Because if they're detecting, then that's not going to get here for 46, was it? 23 years.
How can they detect
How can they
that?
calculate that? So they must know the speed. They must be, if they know it's going to...
Or maybe it has gone that slow.
It must be.
That it will take that
long. If it's going that slow, then they can fucking land on it. Innit? They can land on it. I know they can't land on the moon because that's a lot of shit. I don't believe that anymore.
Wait, what? What do you mean you don't believe it anymore?
I don't believe it.
What?
I've seen so many videos, especially with Buzz Aldrin, who's pretty much coming out now in his older age and saying, look, we didn't go. That's what he's saying.
What do you mean that's what he's saying?
That's what I've seen that. Have you not seen them?
No.
I've seen videos where Buzz Aldrin is basically saying that they didn't go to the moon.
I'm googling it.
There was one. He was actually talking to a young girl, and she's like, "Why do we not go back to the moon?" And he's like, "That's not a little girl's question." Basically saying that's a very clever question. And then he's like, "Well, the truth is, we actually didn't go." But he said it a couple of times now, and I think people are basically saying it's because of his age and he just doesn't know what he's saying. But mate, see if we'd landed on the moon.
No, right, go.
In what, 1963?
No,
I think that was what it was. If I got that right, I'm full clever for once. If we landed on the moon in 1963, why have we not been back since then?
Because it was purely just to... Well, for a start, we didn't go. It was the Americans. It was just purely to beat Russia. That was it.
Oh no, I remember the whole rat race. No, rat race. It was called
space race.
No, it was called the something else race. Anyway, the arms race. No. Anyway, but surely they would have went back for some reason.
So, the Buzz Aldrin thing. The claim is that Buzz Aldrin admitted the moon landings were faked in an interview, but what actually happened was that Mr. Aldrin appears to be explaining why astronauts haven't returned back to the moon in decades, not that they never went at all. So there's a wee lassie or something that says... So he was responding to the question, why has nobody been back to the moon in such a long time?
Mate, this could be fake, but sure, they're missing...
It's a fact-checked website.
It doesn't matter. It's still on the internet. It can still be doctored.
Fullfact.org. It's a fact-checking website.
Well, I was coming to that classic saying, do you believe everything that you read on the internet? You don't know.
On a fact-checking website?
You don't know who's put that there.
The fact-check website. It's a video. But see, but the part of the video that you've seen is out of context. All you've seen is the second half. The first half of the video, the wee lassie goes, "Why have we no went back in ages?" Then he goes, "Well, it's because we never actually went there." As in, because we've no been in ages. We've no went there. Like we've no went back. That's what he means.
Yeah. I'm not buying it. I don't think we've been to the moon. Have you seen like the footage? Like who was filming it as well? Because like
the other astronauts.
There was only two of them.
Right.
There was only Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong.
No, there was three.
Was there?
Aye. Oh well, no, according to you, there was none. there was three. How many people
went to the first mission
on the moon?
Well, there's only one mission, so.
First time. What do you mean? There's only there's been more than that. I think.
No, I think they only went once.
Neil Armstrong. No, there must have been three. No, 12 people have walked on the moon.
Aye? Oh well then. I guess one of them could have filmed it. I still don't believe it. I don't, man. I'm
that was free. Three in the
people
first.
have moved
Oh
on.
no, that was the 5th mission.
Oh, so we have been back more than once then?
Aye.
Alright, I really need to do some research. I just see something TikTok, I'm like, no, I totally believe that. We never went to the moon, everybody.
Because I've seen all the videos on TikTok of like people that think that they're on wires on a space station.
I've not
So
seen that one.
there's one where it's like they're doing a talk to a primary school in America, and it's
I'm going to start sending you all the conspiracy videos I see about space now.
one of them's doing like a backflip.
I've seen that one and it looks like he's holding on to like an
Aye,
invisible
somebody's
chair.
like, holding on to like there's like pulling a wire.
I've seen that one.
It's just they're in zero gravity. It's literally you can pay to go to zero gravity. Like you can pay to do that flight. It's no like an unimaginable thing.
Yeah.
Plus, you can see the space station. You can literally see it. Like you can see the
Oh,
lights.
I'm no doubting. Listen, I'm no about to say the Earth's flat. Like I know, I believe in space. I believe in spaceships. I know you can probably see that. I just don't know if we went to the moon. I don't know. I'm
The
just
moon's
a bit
not that
sceptical.
far to the
I
space
know.
station, but why would
They fake it so they win the argument, so they win the race. Because they wanted to get there before Russia.
Aye, but Russia
So if
went
they
as
faked
well.
it- Aye, I know, but America might not have known how to get there.
What, didn't have it in their sat nav?
Sat nav, aye. Is it left or right? There's a big ball of white. But yeah,
I would love to do the zero gravity flight.
that would be good fun. We should do that, man.
It's like $6,000.
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah,
there must be other places where you can actually just go and it's like a big tumbler. And you go in and it's zero gravity. Because I think you need to do that for your training for skydiving. I'm pretty sure.
Do you?
It's maybe no zero gravity, it was something similar. It's got definitely all the wind stuff. Like you see the people floating.
Ah, you can do that. There's one in
They need to do that before the skydiving.
There's one in Manchester.
Yeah.
Where you can do it's like there are other places actually, Liverpool and all that, but it's like it's indoor skydiving.
We'll be floating on Monday.
So we will.
We're going to float. Yeah, that's got to be good.
So you've already done it.
I've already done it.
So I think it was Gary Fall's done it,
And
and he sung its praises to
Yeah.
everyone. And then
I was like, I need to do that.
we were filming an episode of the podcast and we were leaving, and he was there. He was showing up about to go and do his
that's
podcast,
right.
and he was saying, "Oh no, you need to do it. It's amazing. You feel like you're flying and all that, and it's really good." And I think literally like a few days after that, we were like, "Cool, we'll go then." And then you went with Ainsley.
I went with Ainsley. But it was meant to be an hour, but we could only do half an hour because by the time we got there, we had to make sure we left in enough time to go and pick up Gracie from school. So even though it was a great half an hour, but the full half an hour, it's kind of in my head like, right, don't fall asleep because my alarm's set and
you
you
need
need to
to
make
go.
sure. So
Aye,
yeah, there's that. But no, it felt great. It's literally just like a big egg. A big egg, you go inside it and you see the water filling up, so it's got like a big silver drain, it's like a big rectangle drain, and you see the water coming through it.
Right.
And I think the salts are already in it because like nobody came in and like started pouring.
I seen a video of them. There's a video that they put up on Instagram, and they pour the salt in it. So I think they must drain it completely,
Yeah.
and then just to give you that kind of like the effect of the water coming in.
So you see the water kind of
How
rising.
big is it? Like, because I'm quite tall. So
yeah,
like,
mate, you have like pretty much like a metre spare at either end. It's
God, right.
huge. The videos and the pictures don't do it justice. It's
because
massive.
it looks like maybe the length of a couch in a picture.
Yeah,
But
that's longer than these.
God, right.
It's big, but it's amazing because you go in, you get showered first. I think that's to encourage you to pee.
Right.
'Cause they don't want you peeing in it, and but yeah, you're stripped down, you get naked, you go in, and it's maybe a foot deep,
Right.
probably about that.
But it doesn't make a difference because
You go in,
you're
no, it
floating
doesn't.
in, yeah.
But you go in, and when you first put your feet in, you don't realise it. So it's not like you put your feet in and you can't put it at the bottom. Yeah.
Right.
So you put your feet down on the ground, and you instantly just kind of like you kind of lay back. But it's amazing how quickly you trust the water,
No.
because you literally just you go, oh my god, this is actually keeping me afloat. So then you relax, and it's just it feels great, and you can see like they keep the lights on for the first 5 minutes. It's like a dimmer.
Right.
And you can have background music on as well if you want. I'm not going to have it next time. I think I'd rather it just pure silent. And then after 5 minutes, the dimmer just slowly goes off, so you're in pitch blackness, floating. It's like that. It's like Stranger Things when they put 11 at the top. That's what it's like. So you're in pitch black. Next time for me, there won't be any music, and you're just lying there floating. and it's you feel like you're in space. I think it's got so many health benefits as well. It's meant to be good for psoriasis. It's good for your skin. Apparently, it's good for your mental health. And just apparently, I keep saying apparently because I don't know, but lots of people have had like joint issues, like issues with their back.
I've seen people reviewing it.
Yeah, have went and they said that it's just done them the world of good, because when you think about it, that is the only time that you will be completely relaxed. Like even when you're lying down in bed, your muscles are still getting bent, but like reshaped. Like you're still using your body, whereas in there you're literally you're just limp.
You're floating.
Yeah. Oh, it's brilliant. I can't wait, man. I'm going to do a full hour tomorrow. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to start meditating and then fall asleep. Yes. yes. And that's floating Bells Hill. I think they've got them in a lot of areas now, because they've got ones in Glasgow. But I won't go there because I'll feel disloyal now to the guys in Bells Hill. They've got one in East Kilbride. They've got one because I've been invited to quite a lot now actually. People are going, oh, when you come to Manchester, come this man. No. But aye.
Fun times.
Aye, how long have we been chatting from now?
I don't know.
We click on the button. What time did we start at?
I don't know. What, 13:10?
I think we started.
I could just stand up and check.
You could stand up and check.
I'll just check. Oh yeah. 46 minutes.
Oh, that's easy then, isn't it? Aye. Magic, man.
Oh God, the last one was about 46 minutes as well.
Aye.
Jeez, oh. Well.
Cool, I'll let you rip this one up, mate.
Oh, no worries. Bye. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Cheers for watching. Cheers for listening to episode 13, Lucky 13. And aye, we'll see and hear you next time.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.